Welcome back to the Metronome Madness League. We have the Shadow Squad going up against Vargi's Growlithe pack, and it's going to be an interesting one here tonight. These are two of the best teams in their division. The Growlithe pack 6-0, undefeated. The Shadow Squad closely behind them, 5-1 with only one loss. So Galeo going to start things off for us with a role play. That's going to fail as Zygarde tries to retaliate. This time it's going to go for a snipe shot. Oh. Snipe shot coming from the Zygarde, that doing a little bit of damage to that Solgaleo. So first attack out is from the Growlithe pack, and you can sense the nervousness on the Shadow Squad as they are up against a powerhouse here. And can they possibly be the first team that defeats the Growlithe pack this season? We'll have to see. There goes the double hit from the Zygarde. Not very effective, only doing a little bit of damage. And here we go with the Solgaleo next. Solgaleo going with its own attack here. Gonna go for a defog. Defog's not really gonna do much of anything. It lowers the evasiveness of the Zygarde, so maybe it can hit some hard to hit moves, I guess you should say. There goes the water gun from the Zygarde. A lot of water moves from it. Still not doing a lot. Zygarde has been the only one really attacking. Not doing a lot of damage, but chipping away at that Solgaleo. Solgaleo decides to set up a bit by raising his defenses even more with an iron defense. And that's a hard pill to swallow right there, as Solgaleo is already pretty defensive. Still typing helps it as well. Plus that iron defense, that might help it survive. There goes the Super Fang, which doesn't matter, does half of your HP anyway. So Zygarde gets around that defense boost right there by using Super Fang. Interesting strategy by the Growlithe pack. I guess that's why they're number one. There goes the double edge from the Solgaleo. Now that does some damage. Of course, it has the recoil as well, as Solgaleo's about at a quarter of its health. And now Zygarde goes for the belly drum. It will be able to do it. It has enough HP, and that makes it very dangerous. It cuts its HP into the red, but it's going to maximize its attack. If it does use an attacking move, that's going to be rough. Plus, the power construct makes it a 100% Zygarde, giving it some health back. So the belly drum didn't matter too much to them. They got health back anyway. That was a smart move by the Growlithe pack. Oh my goodness. If you're enjoying the battle so far, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and the bell so you'll know about more Metronome Madness League. As Solgaleo jumps into the Fury Swipes, that only doing a little bit of damage. Not a whole lot, but hits 4 times. Those multi-turn moves are always useful when you can hit multiple times. There it goes with the Sucker Punch. That, of course, fails. Can't use that in a Metronome battle, unfortunately. Solgaleo is going to try and go now. Goes for the Throat Chop. Interesting. Throat Chop on the Zygarde, doing a good amount of damage. Zygarde's going to have to resort to that physical move. He wants to make use of that belly drum. It's going to go for a Shift Gear here, though. Shift Gear going to raise its speed. Of course, his attack can't go up, so it might actually move first here after that speed boost. It does, so Zygarde will move first. What move will it choose to use is Topsy-Turvy. All right, not attacking. Did belly drum and decides not to attack. That's the greatest thing ever. So Solgaleo's stat changes have been reversed now. And Solgaleo's going to go for a last resort. That's going to fail. Doesn't work at their current HP levels. I believe Solgaleo has more HP than the Zygarde, actually. So that will not work. Here comes the Slam. Not very effective, but how much damage will it do? Oh, it's enough with the +6 in attack. That will do it. And the Zygarde knocks it out right there. Plus, it has the Shell Bell. Forgot it still had that Shell Bell. Gets a little bit of HP back. Giratina is going to be the second Pokemon out, and the Shadow Squad seem to be struggling right now against this Zygarde. It is a hard Pokemon to defeat. We'll see what Giratina can do. The Zygarde's going to go first thanks to its speed boost. It's going to go for a nasty plot, setting up again. It already maxed out its attack stat, so now it's going to work on that special attack. And that's not what you want to see, as that gets boosted sharply. That's one dangerous Zygarde. My goodness. There goes the Draco Meteor from Giratina, though. That's a stab dragon type move. That's good from the Giratina, and it knocks out the Zygarde with it. Super effective, of course. Great job by the Giratina. It does drop its own special attack, but you had to get rid of that Zygarde. It was looking pretty dangerous at its current stat level. So now the Growler Pack will move on to their second Pokemon, which of course is Rayquaza. Rayquaza versus Giratina. Rayquaza's gonna go first. And it's gonna go for an Electro Web. Not the most powerful move, but does slow Giratina down. Not that they needed it. Not very effective on the damage. Giratina maybe can use another dragon type move. No, goes for a Poison Fang. Poison Fang does have a chance to poison, but it doesn't. Rayquaza taking only a little bit of damage from that move as it tries to retaliate now. Rayquaza's gonna go for that Body Slam. Of course, doesn't affect the Giratina. The Ghost typing coming in handy for the Giratina here as it goes for its own normal type move, Takedown, which will land. That Takedown doing a good amount of damage. Only a little bit of recoil for the Giratina as well. Rayquaza lost about a quarter of its health there as it goes for its next attack here, which is Vine Whip. Not very effective. Not the strongest move either. Just chipping away at the Giratina. I don't know if that is worth it. There goes a Horn Drill. Wait, it does land. It lands the Horn Drill actually, and Rayquaza gets knocked out. The one-hit KO. Oh my gosh. Did not expect to see that. Shadow Squad really trying to win this match, and what a move to use. They get the one-hit KO on the Rayquaza, force the Growler Pack down to their last Pokemon. They were struggling for a bit against that Zygarde, but everything is in their favor right now. Xerneas gonna go first now with the Roar. It looks like Xerneas is gonna force the Giratina to swap out and get the Zapdos on the field. So Zapdos versus Xerneas right now. Giratina on the bench. Zapdos gonna move. Zapdos goes for the Corrosive Gas. That will land. And it gets rid of the Bright Powder that was on the Xerneas. I believe Bright Powder makes their opponent's accuracy worse, doesn't it? So that's a good thing. Oh, the Triple Axle doing a whole lot of damage. Super effective. Zapdos in the red already. Will the Growler Pack come back? How quickly the tables turn in this battle. Jeez, Zapdos is hanging on with just a little bit. It goes for a head smash. It's avoided by the Xerneas. Now Xerneas gets to try and attack again. Goes for the Darkest Lariat. That is not very effective though. And it's not enough to knock it out. Zapdos hanging on with 3 HP. Now Zapdos gets to try again. It's got to do something. It goes for the Wood Hammer. Wood Hammer does actually quite a bit of damage. It does knock itself out with the recoil, but I think that was one of the few things it could do. Zapdos got utterly destroyed by this Xerneas here, and it just took one last resort move to do some damage before Giratina comes out on the field. And the match is about even again between these two teams. Giratina has a little bit more HP, but it has a typing disadvantage against the Xerneas. Xerneas now going to go for a speed swap. That will actually make the Giratina go first, so you have to wonder what their strategy might be here. Maybe a Gyro Ball? Not sure. Now Giratina goes for a Scratch. Scratch, of course, but not doing a whole lot. Here we go, Giratina. Giratina gonna go for the Mist Ball. Interesting. So Mist Ball coming from Giratina. Putting Xerneas in the yellow is a good amount of damage. Giratina is actually doing pretty well. Oh, but the Xerneas heals itself with a Sure Up. Xerneas getting its HP back. So Xerneas almost back at full HP after the Giratina and the Zapdos did all they could to get it below half its health. So now they gotta work at it again, which is a little rough. There goes the Sleep Powder from Giratina. It will land. Not a bad move. Shadow Squad says no more healing for you, no more attacking. I need you just to sleep now, okay? Sleep, and then now they can do all of the damage that they need without worrying about repercussions. So hopefully that will work out in their favor. We'll see what happens. There goes the Giratina. He goes for the Skull Bash. Interesting 2-turn move. I guess if you're going to use a 2-turn move, when your opponent is sleeping is probably the best time, so you don't have to worry about that turn that you waste. So it's going to go for the Skull Bash this turn while Xerneas remains asleep. There it goes. Skull Bash lands, does a good amount of damage. Xerneas at about 3/4 of its HP. Let's see if Giratina goes for another attack here. Xerneas still sleeping. Giratina gonna go for a laser focus. Interesting. Looking to crit. It's concentrating. Xerneas finally wakes up here, so it will go on an offensive, it looks like, as it goes for a magic powder. That's not exactly offensive, but setting up nonetheless. And it goes, changes Giratina to a psychic type. We'll have to remember that. Giratina loses his ghost typing, which is actually one of the most useful things that it has going for it. There goes the circle throw against the Xerneas. That, of course, not very effective, but gets the critical hit thanks to the laser focus. Xerneas now going for the Grassy Glide. Grassy Glide doing a little bit of damage, not a whole lot at all. Xerneas can't really seem to damage the Giratina a lot, it seems. It's keeping itself alive, but the damage to Giratina has been minimal. There goes the Brick Break, not very effective again, but Xerneas back in the yellow. And there we go, Aurora Beam, which would have been super effective, but no longer a dragon type, so that was a good thing for the Giratina, as it remains in the green. Well, Xerneas kind of hurt itself there by changing it into the Psychic type before using a nice type move. Giratina now goes for the side shell arm. Shell sidearm? Yes, there you go. One of those, which is super effective, by the way, and Xerneas in the red. Xerneas looks like they're gonna go down. Oh, there goes the soak. Xerneas changing his typing again, so now Giratina's a water type. Growlithe Pack on the edge. They might actually get their first loss here. See if it works out for the Shadow Squad. They're gonna go here. If they can attack, they might knock it out. There goes the Rock Tomb. It does land. Is that it for Xerneas? Not quite. Xerneas hangs on with just a couple of HP. Does lose some speed there. And now Xerneas gets to go for the Pound, which is okay. Pound doing only a little bit of damage. This could definitely be the last turn, as Giratina gets to go for an attack. There it goes. Giratina chooses to use Tickle, so no attack here. Why would you do that? So Xerneas gets to go for one more turn. It does lose some defense and some of its attack there, but I don't think that was necessary, as Xerneas goes for a rest. Oh no, it's going to heal itself back up. It goes back to sleep, this time by its own choice, and it's going to put itself back at full health. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Giratina almost won that match. And because it went for a Tickle, Xerneas now is at full health. It has to go all over again. Xerneas, of course, sleeping as Giratina tries for a Hypnosis, so wasted turn for them. Oh my goodness, it's like the Growlithe Pack just can't be defeated. There goes the round coming from the Giratina. They will start attacking again. You have to start worrying about PP for these two Pokemon. They've been at it for a while. Not sure how much they have left. Giratina was on the field before Xerneas. Oh, there, that's what we mean. It's already run out of PP and now it's struggling. Giratina damaging itself, and it looks like the Xerneas will actually win. If Giratina has to go down to struggle, Xerneas goes for a Roar. Doesn't do anything, but I don't think it matters. There goes the second struggle for the Giratina. Doing enough damage, but not enough to knock it out before it knocks itself out of the field. There goes the... Oh my goodness, to add salt to the wound, Xerneas goes for a Roost. Healing itself up again. That's the third time Xerneas has healed itself this battle. Shadow Squad came so close to defeating the Growlithe Pack, and they couldn't pull it through. Growlithe Pack will win this match as Giratina gets knocked out by its own recoil. Xerneas I guess MVP of that match in the Growlithe Pack remains 7-0 halfway through the season, and they have not been defeated. That is just an amazing, amazing season so far for that team. Shadow Squad still doing well, 5-2, but they have to be kicking themselves after that match. If you like the battle, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more Metronome Madness League, and of course, I will catch you next time.